because it keeps me in balance. And if I tried to just hold my hand still and do this, I don't think I could do it. I've got to be, staying in equilibrium. Feel it on the front, but
Can you do it the first way you did it?
yeah, I'm just going out to the side, and rock back and just make that. What you're doing is stretching out all of this.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, so we're trying to make things more limber both through your thigh and your quads and your hips.
Can you show the first one you did before that he said he couldn't? The other one?
Yeah, in a second. I'll do the other
The
side
two boots,
now.
the two.
So
Yeah, that one.
Then I do the other one.
Then you do the other one.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Can you feel that?
Yeah.
That's what I need to work on. Both knees on the ground.
And now just sit on your ski boots.
Got it.
Yeah. But this is what I'm focusing on.
A
is
big step
stretching
forward.
those hips, pushing those hips forward, getting everything over the quads and up through the hips, nice and limbered up.
I didn't realize I was that tight.
You want to get this happening, right? So I'll just lean on the poles, and sometimes I'll focus on just the inside edge of the outside foot, and then other times I'll balance on the outside edge of the inside foot. But either way, what I want to get used to is that movement right there. Now in skiing, obviously the hips are going over too. And after you get used to doing this, you'll feel confident. And just sit here and do that. And then of course you got to go the other way. And everybody right-handed, left-handed, you'll feel more comfortable on one side than the other probably. I just sit there and I don't just focus on going in. I also think about that movement out. Changing edges. Rolling into the turn, rolling out of the turn. Rolling into the turn, rolling out. And the closer I get to ski season, the more I'll come out and
Where
do
it
this.
wasn't.
Okay.
So stretch like that.
So I'm pushing one foot way forward.
Forward.
And what I'm doing here is stretching out my calf and especially the back of the knee, to help strengthen and keep that.
So the skis help more with the skis on than without.
You have the leverage. You're leveraging against the ski and the boot. Then, for me,
I can do this on the carpet inside too.
yeah. Well, see, I've been doing this a long time. Now this one, to do it safely, grab the back of your legs and come down, and you'll feel a little bit of tension there in the hamstrings. But when you come up, it also strengthens your lower back. Yeah, just like getting off a chairlift. This way you're not risking hurting yourself. So now come straight up. Yeah, it's a lot different than getting off of a chairlift, because the chairlift, you're already on the edge and you're, sliding forward. Here you're stationary and you're having to use those muscles. So if you don't have a machine like I've got in there, you can see doing a lot of those with the poles.
Maybe I can do that.
So you get the poles behind you and you do a little
So
assist.
get some assist with the pole.
Gotcha. To help you do what you're doing with the chair.
Knees too much.
Stupid pole tricks.
Stupid pole tricks.
Okay, one more time, please.
All right. Stupid phone tricks.
Yeah,
Is
phone
that what we're
trick.
doing? Stupid
Hold
phone
on.
tricks.
I wonder if you
Stupid
do it
pole
and then
tricks.
catch it in midair.
Here.
You can't. The correct way, you get your tail right next to the other ski tip, so that when it pivots around, your feet are together. So you're still right over your feet. So when you pick this foot up, you're already balanced on this foot. The problem with having your ski not go too far out,
This is the wrong way
too
now.
far over, when your foot comes down, you're not balanced, and if you're on a steep hill, you're in trouble right now.
Yeah.
And it's hard to get that ski around.
Thank you. We're going to do some hill work.
All right. So before we were doing it on the flat, but this simulates skiing a little bit more. You're rolling So to start with, just really focus on this edge and that knee and what it's doing. And not just that it's going in, but that it's coming out. You know, because you're not only going into a turn, you're making that go out to the next turn. So that movement, the out is just as important as the in. But getting once, you know, muscle memory. We said that, you know.
Okay, let me ask you.
So telling people to keep their hips over their feet doesn't make it happen. You need a mechanism to make that happen. So if his hands are back and I give him a little push, he goes right back. Okay. Tell him get your hands out in front of you. I give him that same push, and he's very stable on his skis. It's not because his hands have a lot of weight, but when his hands come forward, his shoulders go forward, and that has weight. And so now he's stable on his skis. Those hands go back, the shoulders go back, and suddenly you're...
Can you show how little range of motion he has in the back versus the front? Can you go ahead and show it?
Body, as long as the feet are doing
Can you show it? Show me what you showed. Show the range of motion if your hands are in the front.
So if my hips are over my feet...
Yeah, much more range
I
of...
have range of motion, my
But now go
ankles,
back.
my knees and hips.
Now can you go back?
As soon as I sit back a little bit...
No range of motion.
It locks up my ankles, locks up my knees, locks up downhill leg. Where they ski with their feet too far apart because it's steep and it locks up the downhill leg and it makes it really hard
So
to transfer.
two other mistakes that people make to take range of motion. One is too much ski lead,
Too much ski lead,
and the other one is too much too apart. Too much
far
apart takes,
and it locks up.
and you don't have that range of motion
Like
in the
right
transition.
now, I don't, you know, my knees and ankles locked up. It feels really awkward.
Yeah. So here's the correct way.
Turn on this leg next. How do I get there? If I'm facing forward at the end of the turn, my hips back. If I'm facing down the hill, look where I brought my hip. Now my hip's over my foot. You see that? Look, I didn't move the pole. Try not to move the pole. Okay, so if I'm facing forward at the end of the turn, I'm going to end up making some sort of corrective movement, which for most people is up.
Hop.
Okay?
Up.
But if I'm
Go up.
facing down the hill,
Yeah.
knees, hips, shoulders are facing down that hill. Look where it brought that hip. It
Nice.
brought it over this foot.
Now you don't have to
Look,
raise the foot up.
Look what I can do with that.
Range of
I
motion.
can roll it into the turn.
Roll it in.
And it's all because I'm here at the end of the turn, not there.
Well, they were
Recording.
saying,
So
they
the
talk
belly
about-
button.
So they talk about the belly button facing the turn.
Yeah.
If my belly button's facing the turn, then my hip's still over my feet.
Nice.
And I can roll.
Roll. But if they're not, can you show me when they're not?
But
Most people.
at the end of the turn, their belly button's facing across the hill.
And they're up-
Now my hip
is
behind my feet.
Exactly.
And I-
There's no range of
straight
motion.
out, not
Toward
into
new
the
turn.
next.
Correction.
Exactly.
There is range of motion, but it'll be directed up. They'll have to go up.
Well, you'll notice if we get too far forward, it doesn't bounce right.
Balance on the sweet spot.
Too far back, it doesn't bounce right. So you have to stay relaxed, keep your feet relaxed.
Now, do you weigh a different ski when you go back and forth?
I'm doing them both. I'm trying to be simultaneous and symmetrical. Okay, now the other way is, I tend to bring them a little closer for that, but so this is edge, and you can also just get up here and like you're in a turn angle. Okay, so I start out just barely going back and forth.
Different one, turning both feet.
And these skis have a layer of metal, so that they give me a nice bounce.
One more time.
All right, come on up. Whew. And you
He said it helps to have a long, stiff ski. Long and stiff to do this. How you made that? You said you have two lug bolts.
couple of 4x6s with some carpet, couple of 2x4s underneath so they don't move around. And there's a couple of lag bolts on each of these. They're not real long, just enough to keep them from,
Moving
around
underneath,
around.
pointing down. You said the key words are simultaneous and symmetrical.
Yes.
What do you mean by that? At the same time?
At the same time. And symmetrical.
Two skis.
Symmetrical.
Two
Yeah.
skis
Yeah.
doing the same thing.
Yeah,
See?
Symmetrics. Each ski is
exactly.
going to do the same as the other ski.
Yeah.
It's kind of the definition
And
of
at the
parallel
same
skiing.
time,
Both skis
symmetrical.
turn and tip at the same time and rate.
Here's symmetry. Here's not symmetry.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? You saw a lot of ski racers
Yeah.
that look like this.
Yeah, I've seen that on
In his early racing
It
career.
was intentional because they could lay that knee over
Yeah.
like crazy.
Get more edge.
Yeah, but that was before we had shape skis too.
So, yeah, you want-
So
if-
I learned
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that. I could,
But
I've
with
got
shape
really
skis,
flexible
those
knees.
skis are not doing the same thing. 'Cause
Right.
One is
Yeah.
carving a shorter turn than the other one with the shape ski. If you do that.
Yeah. I've got only a couple of students that I've skied with. So I ski with a narrow stance. Okay, I have a lot of reasons for it, but my feet aren't glued together. When you're looking at me right now, you can see space between my skis, space between my boots, space between my knees. But as soon as I move into a turn and I have angulation, you no longer see any space between my legs. And so you think my feet are way closer together than they are, but they're still hip width apart. They're still right here. It's just, you don't see the gap anymore because now there's angulation.
I
the
zoomed
turn,
in.
and my boots are practically touching. Actually, they are at the top, and my knees are touching and my thighs are touching. But that doesn't mean I'm skiing with my feet absolutely glued together. If they were glued together, what tends to happen is it keeps you from using your outside ski very effectively.
And why is it that you like to ski with them closer?
Because of Stein Eriksen, of course. We'll leave it at that.
No, but you said something else, that you like them closer.
Actually, in my opinion,
You told me there's an advantage to closer. You showed it.
It's the
Yeah, you're-
natural dropping of your feet. If you were
Yeah.
just hanging down, that's where they'd end up.
Okay.
You don't walk like this.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right?
You walk
like
closer.
this.
You walk
This
closer.
is where your feet are used to be.
Nice. I
Under
like
your
it.
body.
Nice. I
You just
love it.
want to jump up high enough to get the tails off the snow, and then come down as light as you can, smearing snow the whole time.
So let's see if I've got this. So when I'm on,
You also at the end check that turn so that you can, that helps you leap to the next one.
so when I'm on shoots,
Not if I'm skiing it the way I want.
I'm going to pivot
Don't
on my
actually I want to make it
tips.
real smooth.
The tails are what move, not the
and
tips, because I don't want to be
launch.
carving. I'll pick up too much speed. So Steven said, when I'm on the shoots and I'm pivoting at the tips of the ski, and the tails are, when I'm raising my tails, I just want to go a little bit up, not too much. Don't raise it too much, just enough to be able to turn with the front of the tips of the skis. The tails come up a little bit, not too, don't raise the ski too much, just enough to do that pivot at the tips of the skis. Show it. Flip, and there.
That's the
One more time.
side.
One more
This is
time.
The other side. And then
There you
have
go.
the,
It's recording now.
All right. So with your ski boots on, and you're using your poles, so you got something to stabilize. Just go up and down. Let your butt touch your ski boots. You're going onto your toes. It'll strengthen, but at the same time, you're limbering up your knees, and you're, working on stretching all the same stuff that we're working with you.